Hey friends, how are you? Hope you're well and you've had a good week. Mine's been not bad actually. I've had quite a decent week this week, which was nice. Um, it's like the house to myself for part of the day on Tuesday. That was lovely. I just got bits and pieces done that I wanted to do. Um, just pluttered about basically, which was lovely. It's always nice to have time just to plutter and do what you want. I really like that. And then Wednesday, Dad and I went and did some guerrilla gardening. Where we live, we've got like there's the house, then there's the footpath, then there's the road for the street, and then we've got a grass area, and it goes right the way up the street down the bottom as well. And so what we do is any sort of spare daffodil, tulip, bulbs, etc., we just go and plant them in the grass so that we have a nice display all the way up the street. And we try and make sure that people who are housebound, that they have like a nice display opposite their windows so that they can, they've got something nice to look at as well, rather than just cars and the street, etc. So yeah, so we did that. That was good. And then yesterday morning, again, just pluttered about, and then in the afternoon I went out with my other half. He and I went out for the afternoon. It was lovely, just went out for a cuppa, did a wee bit of shopping, so that was nice. It was just nice to spend time together again. So yeah, that's kind of been, let's say, just a quiet week. Just before I started filming this, I've recorded the bake part of this month's A Book and a Bake episode, so that's good. That will hopefully be coming out maybe over the weekend. We'll see how well we go, once the cake comes out, but hopefully over the weekend we might get that video out. Reading wise, it's been not a bad week. Let me see, where's the old reading diary here? How many have I read? I finished one book and read 3 others. I DNF'd a book also. That's my second DNF of the year so far. I just couldn't get into it. So the first book I finished was The Becoming by Nora Roberts. This is the second book of the Dragonheart Legacy. This was really good. So Breen has come back to Ireland / Tallaght, and her friend Marco jumped to come with her. That's all. I'm not going to explain how. There's various ways how they got, but I'm not saying. And he takes to Tallaght like a duck to water. He finds new skills that he didn't know he had. He makes friends with people that Breen's friendly with and with others, which is really, really nice. He is amazed by all the magics and everything, so it was really lovely to see it through his eyes. It was really, really nice. Breen comes back and is obviously having to learn more skills, become more of a warrior, also become a bit more, shall we say, of a diplomat as well in some ways. There are various people within Tallaght or in the capital in Tallaght who are not too happy that she's around. One character in particular who is really not nice, and she makes things difficult for both Breen and Keegan. And I think she's going to make things even worse. But you have to have that kind of in with this book. But it's interesting to see Breen beginning to come into her powers, beginning to accept the ability she has, and be willing to work on other skills that she knows that she needs. Even though that she's not good at them, she works her hardest to try and improve. I liked seeing the fact that she's, keeping up with her friends, that she's already made, and sort of developing those friendships. She isn't forgetting her friends back in the USA. She keeps in touch with them as well, which is really good. I like the fact that she's still writing. And also Marco's now, he's gone back to music and writing music, which is really, really nice. So yeah, it will be interesting to see where the final book in this goes, and I have pre-ordered the paperback, which comes out in October, so fingers crossed I will get it when it does come out, with all the problems I've been having with Watersons. If you don't know, watch last weekend's video. Oh, I have a rant. But no, really enjoyed that. If you like Nora Roberts and you kind of like fantasy, adventure, romance, I would pick up the first two of the Dragonheart Legacy. The first one's called The Awakening, and of course this one's The Becoming. So yeah, really enjoyed that. So from there I read the book that will be my book for A Book and a Bake this month, which was Murder at an Irish Castle by Ellie Brannigan. I'm going to tell you about that when I do that video. Oh, The Becoming got 5 out of 5. It's a 5-star for me. Really, really enjoyed it. I then read The Friendship Breakup, and I cannot remember who the author is. I'm really sorry. I will leave it down in the description below. Gave this one 3 out of 5. It was a NetGalley e-arc, and it was alright. I think because I am a lot older than the main character, and I don't really connect that well, if that makes sense. So we meet Fallon, who is a mum of a 7-year-old daughter, or is it 6-year-old? It's either 6 or 7, can't remember which. Her husband is an obs-gynae doctor, and she has this group of mom friends, and in that group is her best friend Beatrice, but Beatrice starts ghosting her, and the other members of the group follow suit like lemons. And it's Fallon trying to win this group of women back. And I'm like, why are you bothering? You know, they're not that nice. They're bitchy. They're just not nice people. But she has to learn that for herself. There's also part of her past that she has to come to terms with. So you have all this going on, as well as her trying to start up her own business as a chocolatier and trying to find premises, etc. What I did like was that she still keeps in touch with her roommate from college, and that bond is really, really strong, and that friend helps her a lot, which was really nice to see. But yes, it was alright. Nothing that I'm shouting, go read it. It was just okay. I then read The Bettanys on the Home Front by Helen Barber. This is a fill-in to the Shalley School series by Eleanor and Brent Dyer. A lot of people are writing fill-ins for this series because there are a lot of gaps. And what I really liked about this one is that this one is when Madge, when you start the Shalley School, Madge is opening the school. She is the head teacher, and so Madge is about 14, and her baby sister Joey, who is like the main character throughout the whole series, is only sort of 2, and then there's Madge's twin brother Dick, who you meet in and around the Shalley School series as well. I really liked this. So the Bettanys, for those who don't know the Shalley School, were orphaned. Their parents died and they were out in India, so they were home, and they have a guardian, but this is the beginning of the First World War, and the guardian has to go up to London to deal with things there, with his work and etc. But they have a nanny, and they have a lady called Sarah who helps in the house, and they also have a maid called Millie. So they sort of have the main responsibility for running the house, etc. But Madge is also responsible for sort of, shall we say, dealing with them as well, plus helping out when she can, with her schoolwork, in between times with her schoolwork, for looking after her baby sister. It was really nice to see Madge as a child, and to see, just how much responsibility she did have. Raising Joey, in some ways dealing with household matters as well. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing her friendships at school. I enjoyed seeing the situations that they were in a couple of things. I mean, you saw the fun-loving side of Madge, which you don't always see in the Shally School series. She's not severe or anything, but you get to see some of the fun-loving part of it, but it was just more to see her as a child, which was really, really nice. I am really glad I read this and borrowed this from a friend. I am definitely going to be trying to get... I've got some Shally School fill-ins, but I am definitely going to try and get more. But yes, I'm really, really pleased to have read this. I then picked up My Kind of Christmas by Janet Dailey. This is a new to me author. It was one that I'd wanted to read at Christmas, didn't get to, so I have a number of them, as you can see here. I'm just sort of working my way through them. I will read Christmas books at any time, you know me, guys. So this one is to do with Travis, who's come back to Branding Iron, Texas, to run the family ranch. He meets Maggie, who is the town mayor. Various things that she's wanting Travis's help for a situation at Christmas. He's not happy about this. He doesn't want anything to do with it. There are various things going on in this book. I will tell you more about it once I've finished it, but I'm enjoying it so far, just really enjoying it. I then picked up another book on my Kindle, and for the life of me I can't remember what it is. It's a Melissa McClone, and I can't remember what it is. I know it's another Christmas book. That's bad, isn't it? No, title's gone. My Kindle's downstairs, and I hadn't written it in my diary, so in my book log. I'll find out about it next weekend anyway, so that's fine. It's not that I'm going to miss out completely. So that's kind of where we're at with the reading. What am I going to read? Well, I'm definitely going to try and finish this one this weekend and the one that's on my Kindle. That'll be good. Other plans for this weekend? Well, record that other video. Get the cake out the oven, and cool it and ice it, etc. So that'll be nice. We'll hopefully use that for pudding tonight, or some of it for pudding tonight. There's rugby on this weekend, so definitely be watching the rugby. But apart from that, I think that's going to be. I may try. I have finished the cardigan that I started ages ago. I finished crocheting the parts. I just need to actually sew the thing together. So if I feel like it, I may try and do that. We will see. I have another crochet project on the go. I have another blanket on the go, so I may try and do some work on that. But just, I don't have kind of any major plans. I am doing some more colouring. I've started another gnome colouring page, and I know some of you really enjoyed my colouring video, and I've asked for another one, so I'm recording that to put that together. But apart from that, that's kind of it for the weekend. Not busy, which is nice. I don't like busy. I like quiet. I think I'm definitely getting to the older stage of life where I'm just quite happy for quiet weekends or quiet weeks, and not doing a lot, and just letting my body rest when it needs to rest, which is, I'm finally learning that lesson. Yeah. It's taken me almost 4 years of having Amy to sort of finally learn lesson of rest when you need to rest. If your body's telling you not to do a lot, it's for a reason. Listen to it. So yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at the moment. But please let me know down in the comments, have you read any of these books that I've mentioned? If you have, what did you think of them? No spoilers for the Janet Dailey if you've read it. What are you reading this weekend, and what have you read this week? Is there anything you would recommend? I would love to know. And what are your weekend plans? I would love to know. Beautiful day here, I have to say. Blue sky with some white fluffy cloud. Sun's out. It's cold though, but that's fine. I would much rather it like this than have it warm and raining and grey, I have to say. I love winter days like this. It's just beautiful. It gives you a bit of a lift, I have to say. Seeing the sun definitely does give you a lift, and I love seeing the sun. I can sort of see it shining on the trees across from us, and oh, the Firth of Forth just looks so nice and blue. It's lovely. So yeah. But anyway, I could just sit and stare out the window now, guys, and you'd be like, what's she doing? But anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. But please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and on the way to the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. You know, you'll always be told when I'm putting out new videos. But until my next video, friends, stay safe, happy reading. Bye!